Hello, this is Mark Rouse, Executive Director, and we're looking forward to present some really important information for our December Town Hall meeting. I can say that myself and the executive team, we are working around the clock. We know this pandemic has taken a lot out of us and you every single day, and I appreciate the hard work that you're doing every single day. I look at this year as we're closing in on 2020 as a year like none other. It's been our 25th anniversary year. And with that, I can say this year is probably our finest because of how we stepped up to the challenge of COVID-19. I can say that this team, our executive team and the leadership, we're taking conference calls in the evenings, on the weekends. This is a 24/7 operation. And behind the scenes, we're doing everything we can to keep the residents and you safe. That's the priority going into 2021. With all the business operational things that we're doing, all the things that we're doing, that you're providing great services to our residents. But every single day, my focus is to keep you safe, which really keeps your family safe. So with that being said, there's a lot of important updates that we have Dan and Robin to share with you. So I really appreciate you tuning in, and Dan and Robin, take it away.
Hello, Crest, and welcome to our December Employee Town Hall meeting. I'm Robin Keeler, and I'm joined today with Dan Plakatoris, and we're going to spend a few minutes with you to go over all of our December topics. So, hi, Dan.
Good to see you, Robin. How have you been?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm well. I can't believe that it's December.
I know. Last month when Tina and Catherine were doing the Town Hall meeting, I know Catherine was a little confused about what holiday was coming up. And
she was. She started with Easter, went all the way through and skipped actually Thanksgiving. I think she went from Halloween right to the December holidays.
So I think they finally figured it out, but there's no question in my mind what holiday is. I'm all ready. I have all my holiday attire on.
You do.
I have my Santa Claus
nice,
socks
Robin.
on.
How about
so
that?
I am ready for Christmas.
You are. And you did talk with me. I'll have to let it in to everybody about we should go ahead and wear the right colors and so forth for the season. This is actually apparently a reindeer tie that I've got here today. So we match well.
We do match well.
We match well.
I have to tell everybody I texted Dan pretty early this morning. So
It's about 7 o'clock this morning. A text came through. It's Robin. So.
I'm wearing a red shirt and red socks, Dan. So
right.
Color coordinate, please.
But it is great to be with you, and I'm looking forward to just presenting the Employee Town Hall information to everyone with you.
Yes, it'll be fun. I know, it's been difficult this year with the virtual meetings and not meeting in person. I really miss being, out there in the same room with all of you and the interactions that we have. But it's good that we can still get together, present topics, and hopefully you're finding these meetings and information useful for the team. So we can jump right in and cover the December topics.
Very
we
good.
have quite a few things that we're going to talk about today. Some of them are friendly reminders, things we've been talking about throughout the year. But we will jump right in and talk about our face mask campaign. So we've been talking about this a lot, and we wear because we care. So we're asking everyone to please remember that as COVID-19 cases are increasing around the world and right here at Crest as well, we need to do our due diligence and make sure that we mask up and we're wearing our face mask. So again, make sure we're wearing it over our nose and our mouth. And this small gesture that we can do really has a big impact on the health and safety of us as employees and our residents. So thank you so much for doing that. We're going to take just a few moments to view a video about why we wear our masks.
Safety equipment used to be all about you. Every time you buckled in, strapped on, or covered up, it was for your protection. But times have changed, haven't they? Today we're counting on our neighbors, our co-workers, and friends to protect us by wearing a face mask. Because this simple act of putting on a mask is helping to stop complicated illnesses from spreading. It's a small gesture that says a lot about how you care and who you care about. So let's promise each other we'll do our part by wearing a mask over our nose and mouth whenever we're out and about. I'll wear my mask to protect you. You wear your mask to protect me. Let's wear, because we care.
So I hope everybody enjoyed the video, and we will talk a little bit more about other ways that we can prevent infections here at Oak Crest. So we want to remember, obviously we talk about wearing our mask. We also want to make sure that we're practicing social distancing and we're washing our hands. So I know the social distancing can be a little bit challenging at times to know what is truly 6 feet. So every once in a while it's good to check ourselves on that. I know one little trick is, if you extend your arm out all the way and the other person extends their arm out all the way, you shouldn't be able to touch each other. So make sure that you're keeping that safe distance away, whether you're indoors or outdoors. Continuing to wear your mask at all times, and then thoroughly washing your hands. So reminders just to wash your hands before and after you eat, before and after you use the restroom, multiple times throughout the day to really limit that infection. And then if you want more infection control tips, you can always visit the CDC website at cdc.gov. And then just a few reminders. I know we reminded last month about this as well, but we want to make sure that everybody is doing proper screening before they come to work. So for continuing care employees, you're going to continue to answer your questions, submit those as you come into the building each and every day that you work. And the independent living employees, we have all signed the attestation statements quarterly that talk about what symptoms we need to look for, and we want to make sure that we ask ourselves these questions every day prior to coming to work. Make sure that we haven't had any fever, chills, body aches, cough, nasal congestion, headache, shortness of breath, diarrhea, vomiting, nausea, or loss of sense of taste or smell. And also, most importantly too, that none of our household contacts have had any of those symptoms either. And again, we want to make sure that we do not come to work if we are sick. And if we aren't feeling well or we've had an external exposure, we all need to remember to call the employee COVID hotline and not our employee health department. So we're going to call that COVID hotline, and you should have that number pre-programmed in your phones already, but just as a reminder, that phone number for the employee hotline is 410-402-9572. So I talked about many of these already, but there's that hotline number again for you to see all of the different COVID symptoms listed there. Again, make sure that you're assessing yourself before coming to work, and please make sure that you do not show up to work if you're not feeling well. That poses a risk to our residents and our coworkers. And when you do call that hotline, there is someone that answers those calls, not necessarily 24/7. Sometimes you do have to leave a voicemail and someone will call you back, but please make sure that you leave a detailed voicemail, that you leave a contact number for them to reach you at, and that you do not report to work until you have talked to somebody from the COVID hotline or from Oak Crest Employee Health. Okay, and then we all know that it's flu season as well. So we have the double whammy right now with flu and COVID all happening at the same time. One of the best things that you can do to protect yourself is to get your flu shot. So hopefully everyone has already gotten their flu shots or completed their declination form. If not, please do so. We do have a deadline here at Oak Crest of December 13th for either getting a flu shot or signing the declination form. So the flu vaccines are available here at Oak Crest through Employee Health. You do need to call ahead of time to make an appointment and get scheduled. And you can also get flu shots out in the community through your primary care physician or local pharmacies as well. So let's do what we can do and work together to keep each other, our families, and our residents safe and healthy this holiday season.
Yeah, Robin, you're making some really, really good points. Great reminders to everyone about, the precautions we need to take, because it's easy to forget.
Yes.
And we've been going through this for so long that people do forget. So I'm glad that you went through those topics.
Yeah, and I think we all, we hear it a lot, but we all have a little bit of COVID fatigue. This has been going on for a long time. I think we would all agree that we would like to get over it and not, be going through this anymore. But it's really important that we stay diligent and we stay on top of it and that we're all doing the right thing.
Yeah, and there is light at the end of the tunnel, that's for sure. So,
Yes.
So, Robin, guess what the average snowfall is in December in Maryland?
December snowfall in Maryland.
Yeah.
Now I feel like I'm on like the Friday Fun Show.
Yeah, how many inches? I'll give you a little bit of.
For December
The
in
30-year average
Maryland,
I've got, yes.
A
December.
30-year average. I'm going to say only like, 2 inches.
Close, 3 inches. 3 inches. Well, I tell you that because it's coming. We know that the average is 3 inches. It goes up to 7 in January, 8 in February, March has snow. So it's important that we keep that in mind because we may all of a sudden see a situation where snow is on the horizon. And we always like to share these tips with our employees here at Oak Crest. So just a couple of things. Take short steps or shuffle in the snow. It's so easy to want to just continue to act as if it's normal, but it's not, and that's when the falls occur. Keep arms at your side to maintain your balance and go slowly and stay alert. When driving is also a big part of staying safe here in Maryland during snow and ice. And remember that there's black ice oftentimes we don't see, but it's treacherous. Leave plenty of room between your cars. Drive slowly to avoid sliding. Brake gently. Keep snow shovels and keep scrapers and flashlights and jumper cables in your car, and maintain it well. Make sure that you have kept your batteries up to date and your tread on your tires and windows clear and things like that in order to safely arrive at your destination.
Yes, we want to keep all of our employees safe, not just from viruses and flu,
Right.
but from
falls.
hazards and falls and
Right, and we don't want anybody to, especially now, to end up in a waiting room somewhere in an emergency room today.
Right.
So be safe out
they
there.
say walk like a penguin, right?
Walk like a
Wasn't that one
penguin,
of the
right.
things we talked about?
Walk like a penguin. Many of you probably already have the Ping ID. Robin, you know what the Ping ID is? It's a cloud-based multi-factor authentication solution.
That's complicated.
That is, but what it really means is it keeps us digitally secured. So the bottom line is, there's so many opportunities for people who have bad intentions to get into our digital records, especially at a community like Erickson Communities have. So we have a lot of records on people's health. We have a lot of records on people's finances that are just out there waiting for people to try to get. So that's when we switched over to Ping ID. So make sure that you, in order to actually get in the Workday app, Robin, you've got to have Ping ID on your mobile device.
Right, and I know the Workday app has been very useful and helpful. So it is really important to get that Ping ID so that you can get all that wonderful HR information through Workday.
Correct, and it's really simple. If you don't have it yet, you just go in, it's a free app. You download it at the App Store or on Google Play, and then follow the directions to enter your network username and password. It really has been a great feature that we have here. Then it makes it easy to get into all of the other applications we need to as well. If you are a student employee, it's a little different. So check with your supervisor for the details on how you should register. Workday, you mentioned, Robin. How about that? So Workday, I personally, I don't know about you, but I really, really like Workday.
I've used it multiple times already.
Yeah, it's been a big improvement over where we were before. It's very, very user-friendly. So if you haven't done so already, make sure that you take some time to explore Workday and the features that are included in Workday. And you'll be really glad that you did. And start small. Don't try to understand the entire Workday operation in one sitting. Just try little pieces at a time, and you'll be really glad that you're become kind of attuned to seeing your vacation time or what's available to you. Look at your pay, at your history. A lot of things are on there that are extremely helpful. It gives you control over that. If you need any help, there's a great training hub as well. You can go into that training hub and find videos on just about anything you need to know at Workday. I just want to take a few moments to talk to you about employee benefits. And everyone enrolled in an Erickson Living medical plan for 2021 will receive a new medical card and prescription card in the mail before the start of the new plan year. Make sure that you, getting back to Workday, Robin, make sure that you log into Workday to make sure that your address in there is correct so you get this. You should begin using that card beginning January 1st, 2021. It's right around the corner, less than a month away. 2020 cards won't work in 2021. If you haven't received your new card in the mail, call the Benefits Center at 1-888-787-0688. Whoops, went a little too far. Sorry about that. Something else that's a great benefit in our plans at Erickson, or just for being an Erickson employee, is that we've got benefits to help you weather tough times. The holidays are joyous times, but can really be stressful for a lot of people, especially this year, especially during COVID. It makes it even more stressful than usual. But there are resources to help you with your physical, mental, and financial stress you may be having. If you feel under the weather and aren't sure if you have symptoms of COVID-19 or the flu and don't want to drive to the doctor's office, what can you do? MD Live. So MD Live is a great benefit that we have, that you can have a telehealth appointment right from your phone, right from your home. So if you're in the Erickson Living Health Plan, check that out. It's a really great option, Robin.
I haven't tried that yet, but it's a great benefit and could be very useful, especially during these times.
Yeah, I've had some team members talk with me, even pre-COVID, that use that option. They really, really liked it. Right. It's a time saver, but especially during COVID, from a health and safety standpoint, I think it's a great, great benefit. And keep in mind that MD Live also connects you virtually with health professionals, mental health professionals. So during the especially stressful holiday times, if you feel like you need that, don't be embarrassed, but go out there and have a discussion with someone, especially again during these really, really difficult times. So you can download the MD Live app on your mobile device, call by telephone, or visit online. You can get more information about this. Where do you think? On Workday.
On Workday and through HR. And I know, just to mention, the Health Advocate is a great resource, that we have here. And I've used it for, you can use it in anything from finding daycare to, like you said, mental health providers, all of those types of things. So, it is kind of a difficult time of year. I know, especially now, you can't celebrate the way maybe that we have celebrated before. And so some people, it's causing additional stress than normal with the holiday season.
That's right, Robin. Thank you. Let's talk for just a few moments about your career. Even though we're going through a lot of crazy times here, you've got to also manage through your career. And the Erickson Living Career Guide is available for you to view and download. It's a really great tool, Robin. Erickson Living takes pride in employees' personal and professional growth and development, and this is an example of that. Take some time to sit down and read that and look through that. There are a lot of opportunities here, Robin, and resources are available to help you grow in your career. This guide helps you kind of map out your future, and then to outline what steps that you'll need to take really to achieve those goals. So you'll see career path options. You can learn about Erickson University and other opportunities it offers, discover where to find resources, and read about assistance programs. The guide is accessible through, not Workday, but eLink. So go to eLink and you can find that guide here. There's also a contact at Erickson Living. Her name is Susan Bittner. You can also contact her as well with any questions. Take charge of your own future.
Yeah, I think it's great that we have resources to really help people find that path and work through what they want with career and development here at Oakcrest.
It is. And I think, Robin, the opportunities that have presented themselves this year in 2020 have been, we've really seen some people step out of what they normally do and maybe find areas that they didn't even know they were interested in, and they're pursuing that direction. We've had employees who have just demonstrated strengths that we never knew they had, or maybe they never knew they had. So this guide is here to help you sort of give you a direction for that. Finally, I want to talk to you about something that's very important, and that's this time of year, there are a lot of people out there, and there always have been, whether it's cyber or not, people trying to get what's not theirs. So cyber scams are especially rampant this time of year. Hundreds of millions of dollars are stolen in just the holiday season alone, but especially in 2020, because there are so many people, more people now buying online, for example, than ever before. I mean, Black Friday, if you went to the store, it was like any other day.
I know,
But-
yeah, I didn't go out shopping. I've done all my shopping online so far, but
Right.
I know my son went out for something Friday morning. He's like, it was dead. There were like 5 people in the store. and,
Correct.
you know, so yes, a lot of online shopping.
So there's a lot going on online. So if you shop online, you look through social media, review your emails, you want to not be a victim of cyber scams. And it's amazing, Robin. They look so real. They look so real. They're from your insurance company or your doctor's office or a best friend. And if you see something that doesn't look right to you, beware. The phishing scams always pretty much ask you to click on something.
Right.
And then that gives them maybe the opportunity to go inside of your records on your phone, or whether it's on your phone or your laptop or your iPad, whatever it is, and start to chip away at maybe your resources. And you don't know it until you get your bank statement or get a call from the bank. So don't ever click on open attachments or links embedded in an email from anybody you don't know. I would say a couple other ideas. Read reviews about e-commerce sites before you use them. We know Amazon, pretty safe. We know other sites that are safe, but if it's some site that looks like you shouldn't trust your instinct on that.
Right.
Keep a careful eye on your credit card and debit card activity. And protect your devices. Check to see if malware has been installed. Create really long passwords. And then use secure Wi-Fi. Be really careful using Wi-Fi, Robin, for example, when you go to Starbucks every day, right? Pretty much. No, I don't know.
I'm not a coffee person.
Okay.
I'm a tea person, but but I have known. But yes, don't
Yeah.
use open Wi-Fi
Don't use
without
open Wi-Fi.
password. Yes.
And then consider identity theft protection. There are really inexpensive identity theft protection services that even offer free trial periods. So check them out. If you have questions, feel free to reach out to your Human Resources Department for guidance. So just a few ideas about that. Not to put a damper on the holiday spirits, but be aware.
Right, and I know here at Oak Crest, if you are using, our Outlook services here at Oak Crest, if you get an email from an outside source, it'll be like a caution bar at the top of the email,
Yes.
so that you know it's coming from outside the company. And so just pay extra caution and awareness to those as well. And we do have that phishing button. So if you're not sure about an email, it's good to click that phishing button, and then they'll make sure that goes to IT. I know I've done it several times. Sometimes they just tell me, oh, that was just a sales pitch, or, it wasn't really a scam or a phishing attempt. But I have had one time that they said it was legitimate phishing attempt, and by reporting it, it helped protect, the company from that scam and
you're
that
right.
access. So just a little reminder here at
Beware.
work and at home. It's important, both places.
And Robin, just for the record, if you get an email from me, you can stop clicking on that phishing button. That's me. But you're right. That phishing button, I pretty much anything that doesn't look right to me, I click on the fish button.
Right.
And there are tests out there too. You probably have gotten that
Yeah,
too.
there are at times.
And we don't want to
Yes.
get caught doing that. So great advice. Robin, I'm going to turn it back over to you because I know you want to talk about a couple more topics.
Yeah, so let's get back to the holidays a little bit. So I know we talked a little bit about Christmas, and that's, personally the holiday that I celebrate this time of year. But we also have Hanukkah that's coming up that starts on December 10th and runs through December 18th. So that's a Jewish holiday celebration, and it commemorates the rededication of the Second Temple in Jerusalem at the time of, I'm going to say this wrong, and Nancy's going to correct me later, I should have talked to Nancy before this, but at the time of the Maccabean revolt against the Seleucid Empire, and I apologize if I got that wrong, so I will do some better research now on that. But we also talk about Kwanzaa this time of year as well, and Kwanzaa runs from December 26th through January 1st. And there is a little festival, gift giving, a feast of faith at the end of Kwanzaa. And then, of course, we have Christmas that falls on December 25th and celebrates the birth of Jesus Christ. So lots of different activities this time of year. I would encourage everyone, like I said, I wish I would have reached out a little bit before this, but I would encourage people to talk to coworkers, talk to residents about what their holiday traditions are, what they celebrate, what they believe in. I think it's a really important part of our values here with diversity and inclusion that we get to know more about each other. We learn about different traditions and how people celebrate this time of year. And it's really interesting. I, get a sense that there'll probably be lots of new traditions this year that people are doing because people's holidays aren't looking exactly the same as they have before. So when we talk about the holidays and we're talking about diversity and inclusion, belonging, we want to also talk about, how can we celebrate this holiday season and still be safe with COVID-19? So, virtual celebrations, we've been doing a lot of that. I know I have talked with my parents and my in-laws already about Christmas, and we have a very small family. We didn't get together for Thanksgiving. We probably won't get together in person for Christmas either, but we've already kind of talked about how can we get the Zoom call set up. The duo will, we're shipping presents to each other's houses ahead of time, and we'll, open presents on video. It won't quite be the same, but we'll at least have that time to spend together a little bit. Have some family fun in your household with doing some do-it-yourself crafts or activities. Think of different things you can do. Certainly holiday light tours. I know some people that may already be a tradition that they do every year, but you get your household in the car, you drive around, you look at lights, you're outside, you're not close to other people, and it's just a way to really enjoy that holiday season. Holiday baking, so that's always fun, baking cookies or cakes or whatever it is. I already have my day planned December 23rd. I will be doing my Christmas cookie baking. It's a little later than usual, but my daughter will be home for a few days, so I'm waiting for her to come home to bake cookies with. And then I've seen a lot of this year too, some socially distant bonfires, so a lot of outdoor celebrations. I saw something this year in Ocean City. You can actually get a permit to have a bonfire on the beach. Wow. And the request for those permits over this summer and fall had really increased this year above other years. So, you can always have a bonfire, just be safe. We go back a few months with our fire safety topic, but make sure that everybody's, doing that safely. But just some different ways to celebrate the holidays.
That's really, I had no idea, Robin. Learned a lot on these five points here. You're quite the baker, right?
Well, my daughter really has been the baker. She's much better at it than I am. So that's why I'm waiting for her to come home to do the cookies and the baking.
That'll be fun. There's some good shows on, one we watched last night on Netflix about baking and, how the really creative things.
Right. Yeah, I'm not quite that creative.
But
not quite that creative.
One thing about virtual celebrations that you brought to mind for me is that we've learned in the last almost a year now that we can virtually communicate so much better. I'd literally talk with my grandson every night on FaceTime, and it's something I probably wouldn't have even thought about doing pre-COVID. His great-grandmother can talk to him and see him, and we spend time virtually talking a lot with our kids and so forth. So you probably do with your children too.
Yeah, and it's so, we're socially distanced, right? And we're talking about physical distance, but we can still be socially connected. And I think that's really important, and that we're doing that, we're reaching out. And
it's more frequent for a lot of people too, that you can do that. And the fact that you're opening gifts virtually, that's a great idea.
Right, yeah.
I really like that, and I'm sure a lot of the people watching are doing the same thing.
We'll just have to make sure we ship them soon enough that we make sure they get there.
Get there on time, right?
They get there on time, so that, yes.
If you get my name, can you get me some of those socks that you're wearing? They're really cool.
You want Santa
Santa
Claus
Claus
socks?
yes, please.
Okay.
Thank you. If you pull my name.
I'll keep that in mind.
So there are, Robin, a lot of birthdays to celebrate in December. I mean, look at that. A whole lot of birthdays. You probably, if you're a December birthday, you should see your name on there.
Yes, I know. 2 whole pages of December birthdays, so.
Wow, so that's great. So if your birthday is in December, happy birthday to you. Are there any, let's see, oh, there's another page. Let's see who was born on the 25th. Let's see.
Yes, there are quite a few December 25th birthdays.
How about that? And then there always are the December 30th or 31st tax break babies.
Right.
You get that tax write-off babies. Also, are quite a few anniversaries this month in December, and several of them are over 20 years.
Yes.
Everything from 1 year to what?
25.
25 years
25 was the most, yes.
Is represented in here. So congratulations for being here a long time, or if this is your first anniversary here, congratulations to you too. It's funny how it flies by, isn't it? Like I've been here almost 7 years. I can't believe it. Just seems like it just flies by. I love the name Miracle Jones. That's a good one.
Yes.
So, but congratulations to everyone on your anniversaries with Erickson Living and with Oak Crest. So, Robin, I think in just a moment we want to turn this back over to Mark. I know, but it's really been great to be able to spend some time with you and talk and get to see each other in person. We don't get to do that too often, but on behalf of Robin and me, we want to really hope that you all have a safe holiday season with your families, that you spend some valuable time together and meaningful time together. And we wish, on behalf of Robin and myself, all of our employees, just a safe, happy holiday season. And now with that, I'd like to turn it over to Mark.
Okay, thanks Dan and Robin for all that great information. In closing, I just want to really take a moment and really wish you and your family a joyous holiday. I hope this time of year there's a time that you can have some peace, knowing that all around us there's a lot of activity that's happening in your world. And I just want to thank you for your service. Thank you for all the things that you do every single day, even the things that are not noticed. I really appreciate that. We're in this together. We're Oak Crest strong. I know we're going to have a great 2021. Have a happy new year, and look forward to see more of you around town as we're going through the next steps with our vaccine information and all that with our community. We'll keep you updated. Thanks for everything that you're doing. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.